Welcome, everyone, to the Open at Belton, the first of the Silver Series on the Disc Golf Network, brought to you by Discraft. We're here with the FPO lead card coverage of the first round. This is the front nine at Heritage Park. I'm Sarah Hokom, here with Holly Finley.
Today we have Valerie Mandujano, Alexis Mandujano, Vanessa Van Dyken, and Catrina Allen.
Starting off at hole one, this is a par 3, 388 feet. Got some OB ditches on the left and the right. There is also OB on the left and right sides of the actual hole and deep. This takes quite a bit of power. A lot of players are going to go up the gut, but there is a wide hyzer players could take on that right side.
With the amount of power Catrina has, I expected her to go hyzer around the tree on the right side.
Yeah, the wind is pushing left to right today, so it's not letting that disc come back. So I imagine she was going for the birdie by going up the pipe.
I did see a lot of men play earlier in the day, and their wide right hyzers were getting smacked down into the OB. So
Vanessa also taking the pipe shot. That's her nuke. And it turned a little bit too much, but she's still safe on the front side, the good side of those OB bunkers.
Sponsored by Dynamic Disc, Valerie Mandujano.
Fresh off her win at Waco, I'm interested to see how well she does here. She should be coming out firing.
oh, I love it. Very well executed shot on this first hole.
City, Texas also. Sponsored by Discraft, Alexis Mandujano.
Valerie giving Alexis some advice there right before.
I like that.
That's her sister, younger sister, Alexis. Looks like she left it out a little farther left.
Makes it past the OB pond, so she's good to go with the putt.
Thank you so much. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Nice little approach from circle 2. With this win, most players are likely not really running this, just trying to put it as close to the pin as possible. Or on the pin, Cat.
Yeah, little to no putt is preferred.
Alexis with a look. Looks about 50 feet. The left to right tail. Just outside the bullseye. She'll be padding her circle 1 stats.
Nice comeback. Luckily, the wind was minimal for that.
Yeah, the wind was ripping earlier in the day, and it's kind of slowly slowing down. Still, though, we're looking at 20 mile an hour gusts, 15 to 20 sustained winds. Typical Texas weather. Everybody walks away with some pars. Good start.
It was a good start. And here we are, hole 2. The tee shot can be kind of tricky. You have to throw between these two trees, which is kind of a low ceiling. You want to get as far as possible to make your second shot as easy as it can be. There's a couple of choices when you come into this treacherous sloped green. If you throw it too far, you're going to be down the hill, and if you hyzer left, you're going to be out of bounds. So you want a nice, controlled upshot that dies right at the pin and gives you a chance for a birdie 3.
Kat up first, going with her Torrent, one of the new discs in her bag after switching to DGA this off season. It's a good position.
Ooh, I like the height on it.
Yeah, good distance as well, throwing that nuke. So pretty overstable distance driver.
Oh, it's a little left.
Gets through the blockers, but she needs that to stop. There is OB on that left side.
That'll work out.
Alexis checking the time. Time to throw a good shot. Oh, well, at least get some tree love there. You see that little tick off that branch?
Yeah.
Out there in a nice spot.
Everyone in a good position for their approach into the green.
Should be just under 200 to the green. Alexis smoothing her buzz up there. Ground play puts her level with the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa pushing it right.
Ooh.
Ooh, without that tree. That would've-
Circle's edge.
Yeah, that would have trickled down. That's kind of a death putt. Time to test the putting nerves on this course has so many crazy greens that it will test how well you're feeling on the putting green.
It's a good compliment to Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming in hot. That's not bad.
I like the uphill. Although that will be a headwind putt. Kat busting out the breaker. It's a nice stable putter. Also pushes it long. I mean, you almost have to land at the top of the hill and trickle
Slide
down,
down,
which is like
exactly.
40 feet, you know. It's really difficult to judge that approach. And Vanessa for birdie doesn't want it. I don't blame
No,
her.
thank you, she says. I don't want any piece of that. Probably that huge tree was making a difficult approach. You don't want to give yourself a bogey when you're right there for par.
And Kat for birdie.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah, I didn't get a good finger pop there. It's all right early in the round. I'm sure she'll work that out.
I wasn't sure if she was laying that up or
I don't
it's
think
just
so. I think it came out of her hand funny.
Okay.
Personally, I guess she could clarify. Yeah, tough headwind putt there. But pars are good on this hole.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, only a handful of birdies in the field, although it did play as only the 12th most difficult hole. Another par tee. On to hole 3. This is 309 feet down into the trenches of this wooded fairway. It really plays to a sidearm flex off the tee, and then you kind of have to hope that you hit the line, the perfect line, to land by this basket. There is a Mando up on the right side, and that whole right side of the fairway is out of bounds. And then, of course, you've got the river on the left. Catrina hits a pretty good line with that bonsai. Oh, there it is. Right at the edge. Looks like it stayed safe. Whew.
That was a close one.
Vanessa lining up the backhand. Throwing her putter, looking for it to just fall to the right.
It's a bit high. It's a bit high.
With that out of bounds. Dang it. With that tailwind, it's keeping those putters out a little bit, so it's not letting them turn like you might hope it will. Valerie also going with the sidearm. And Alexis throwing her Raptor, so an overstable fairway. It's a little trickle down there, but she's kind of close to the drop zone.
Yeah, that's in a favorable position, enough to get a par.
You can see how many trees are down here. It is.
That's a very creative way to get to the basket. Nice upshot from Valerie.
Edge of the circle putt to save her par. Alexis just pitching a zone up there real quick. And Vanessa from the drop zone throwing a sidearm. That looks pretty
Get in.
good.
Wow, Vanessa Van Dyken. Look at you.
Saving the par from downtown.
Nice work.
That's awesome. I can't believe she went sidearm there. I would
know,
have
with a
totally
putter?
Yeah, I would have thrown a backhand for sure. And even I would have thrown a backhand.
I wonder if Alexis influenced her.
Maybe. And Alexis was pinched. She had to step out to throw that shot. Oh, hey. Ching.
Perfect.
Ling.
I love that view. No big deal, just throwing it in from the drop zone. So Cat was in bounds. A putt for a 2.
Nice.
Looked a little safe.
Yeah, that didn't look like she was running it.
Nah, one of those little 70% bids.
This is Valerie's third.
Nice putt.
Really good pace. Showing her Waco skills. She got to be feeling really good coming off that win.
I'm telling you.
Sometimes it kind of messes with you in future rounds, though. Kind of your expectation levels change.
I'll get back to you after I win an Elite Series and let you know. We'll report back later.
So everybody getting the par, even though we had one out of bounds. That's great.
Yeah.
Excellent saves. So all pars, all 3 holes so far. I'd like to say this is boring golf, but it's really good golf.
It is good golf. And here at hole 4, this can be a tricky one. Really, you want to just stay on the road. If you veer left or right, that's when the hole becomes difficult. So you can try a mid and land short and safe, or try a driver or a fairway and try to get past this gate. Then you've got this green. It looks simple, but once you get up to it, it's kind of breezy and it's on this mound. So sometimes the putting can be tricky. Also, there is the out-of-bounds river on the left and a little plastic fence that's protecting from a cliff that's also out of bounds. So you don't really want anything that's going to hyzer off of the tee.
Cat throwing the rift, hits early left, and there is out of bounds right there. Vanessa's going mid, so she's playing conservative here. This is her meteor, so flippy mid-range.
Oh, get off that tree.
Also kicks left, but might have made it to the safe zone. There's a bunch of safe area on the left side down the hill once you pass the initial out of bounds. Valerie going aggressive. Looks like a driver.
Oh, I like it.
But throws like a mid. I'm going to correct myself. I don't think that was a driver.
That's perfect.
We're going to have to ask her what that was. Everybody needs one of those in their bag.
Come on, back left.
Perfect shot by Alexis as well.
Oh, those are two great shots.
Cat taking her lie from out of bounds, throwing 3. That flipped up really nice.
That's a 35-footer, isn't it? Or is that the bullseye whiskers? We've got 3 sets of whiskers now, so
That
sometimes at first glance they get a little confusing.
It looked like C1 to me.
Okay.
There's a window there. Pretty extreme uphill from where she was as well.
It was.
Alexis going at the turtleback. So there's like a head and the turtleback, and then there's some flippers. It's the shape of a turtle if you look at it from above. Course designers trying to make our greens just a little bit more technical. That is
Oh, my
the
goodness.
perfect shot.
That is as good as it can get without throwing it in. Oh, that's frustrating.
Vanessa pitching out her 3rd. This is her par look. Hoping to probably just get this close and concede to the bogey. Looks good. I like that side of the green in this wind especially. Mm-hmm. You can
Me
kind
too.
of pop up to bullseye, and also you've got a tailwind. This is for her par save from that early out of bounds.
Wow. The height she had to put on that.
What a scramble.
Incredible.
And her putting that tailwind's going to lift it as well. So it's easy to throw those over the basket. And she dialed it in perfectly. Vanessa with a ripping crosswind.
Solid putt.
Excellent birdie.
I like how quick the Mandujano sisters play. You know, they execute their shots in just a couple of seconds. There's not a lot of thinking about it.
It's like they grew up playing.
What do you mean? That was a pretty good hole. A couple birdies, a par, and a bogey.
Still under par as a card.
Yeah, I like that.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
The crowd was so spectacular today. Just the energy from you all was just amazing.
Love you, Oregon!
On to hole 5. This is a par 5, 788 feet. This is a big distance shot off the tee. Most of the righties are going to take that right corner. The lefties are going to go through that left gap. You want to be to the right on your tee shot, right of this tree, and then you're approaching the Lion's Eye green, another one of the tricky greens. This is a little bit out of range for a lot of players, but some of the bombers on this card might get a look at the birdie.
That's a lion eye. Are you saying those sticks are eyelashes?
That's correct, Holly.
I love it. And they're wearing mascara. This is a great shot from Valerie right down the intended path. I love the distance on it, too. That'll set her up for a nice birdie look. This looks tasty as well.
Excellent. That was her passion.
I like how Kat's disc matches the accentuating color on her outfit.
I don't know that if she rotates her
No!
frisbees.
To match her outfit.
Yeah, that would be next level.
I actually met a guy in Europe that did that once. Get off of that.
She does not like it. That tree catches a lot more frisbees than you'd think it would.
So even though they both landed short, this hole is short enough that it's still birdieable from this position if you get the rest of your shots out there. I mean, that's a good toss. I feel like she could get up to the green from there. This is tough because you don't get a run up, so I hate that for her.
That's a great shot out of there, though.
It is with the standstill. Did we have any ladies that got an eagle on this?
Well, maybe we'll see. I think Val is still in position to do so.
I love that shot. Yeah, I feel like this is a hole that if you had two really good drives, you could have an eagle putt.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, no, come on back. There's OB over there, but she's far away enough from it. It doesn't matter. But you want to be closer to the pin.
That crosswind, you know, if you throw it just a little bit Annie, it just keeps it straight and pushes it right.
So Kat throwing her third shot. Ooh, I love that flare skip.
Ooh, getting it close to circle one.
That's nice.
That's nice, but that's also a big decision. Close enough to putt at, but also close enough to 3-putt at. Vanessa, nice shot. Flaring a little bit, leaving her on the headwind side of the mound. This is Alexis's third, excuse me.
Up to the rocks in the shape of Texas. Scoot up there. Very nice.
Vanessa looking just put this close. Oh, eyelash.
It sounds funny to say that.
It's kind of weird on this green too, because you really kind of want to put it on the side closest to Cat and like where the basket is, but the best for the win, but the best spot on the green is beyond the basket from her. That's very fortunate stop there.
It is, and a courageous putt.
Definitely.
You can see she didn't want any part of that.
I thought you were going for it the way you lined up.
Vanessa with another crosswind uphill putt. No problem.
Great putt from Valerie.
Grabbing herself another birdie. That's 2 in a row.
And after that hole, we have a bunch of pars and Valerie with the only birdie. Valerie sitting at 2 under for the round. So here we are at hole 6. This looks like a fairly easy par 3, but oftentimes the wind can make it really difficult. There's out of bounds on the left. So if you're right-hand backhand, it's easy to hyzer towards that OB. Also, the best play is to go through that tunnel between the 2 trees in the middle, which can be difficult if you're not good at aiming that day. So we'll see what direction the ladies decide to take, through the trees or around them. Now, I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, definitely a safe play. It's not going to have the distance or shape to get to the pin, but it's an easy approach shot. This one is a little out of range for most of the FPO division, so 3 is good. Why take the risk?
Oh, wow, the other side.
It's going to play for the tailwind pretty good, but that tailwind is also going to hyzer it out.
She'll have a fairly simple approach into the green.
Yeah, I was hoping that, I'm glad that Catrina's throwing this roller, because I really feel like the backhand play is the roller in this wind.
Oh, stand up.
It should with that wind, but come on. Come on.
Oh, boy, come on back.
now.
Come on back.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Did it barely curl in at the corner?
I think that's a yes. Whew.
Scaring us.
Using every inch. Yep. Vanessa just shaping the shot.
The way this green is set up, it's kind of like a skee ball hill. So I've been trying to have the perfect shot and just slide it right into the basket for a 2.
Oh my gosh.
Are you going to try it later?
Definitely.
Okay.
Not. No, but you're right though that the back side of the green is where the safe spot is. So where Alexis is rolling to now and now rolling out of. Okay, that's not too bad.
No, that'll
But
be fine.
the front part of the basket, which is all you can really see, that's not the spot to land.
Nice.
So Alexis with the only substantial putt here to save the par.
Get up.
Headwinds.
All right, a little tap in from Vanessa.
So this is like the third in a row, this third green in a row that is supposed to be shaped like an animal part or something. So we have the turtleback on hole 4. You have the lion's eye on hole 5.
Okay.
And I was told that this green is a unicorn.
Really?
I have yet to really
The head of
discern.
the unicorn?
That's a good question.
The body?
I don't know exactly what the body parts are,
We need an aerial
what
view.
they correspond to here, but
Okay.
it's supposed to be a unicorn.
I love it.
So a little slip by Alexis there, getting the bogey. Everybody else walking away with the par. Valerie still with a little bit of a lead. On to hole 7. It's a par 4, 476 feet. There's a lot of OB and shrubs on the left. The right side is also lined with an OB line. And here we get to the basket. A good shot would probably land somewhere around here, leaving a short approach to a sloped green. A little slope on that back side kind of makes this green a little bit more difficult. I don't know what they're going to turn this green into next year.
Can I vote for a kitty cat?
There we go. Puppy dog? Alexis,
Oh, come on back.
That wind is pushing it straight.
Oh, no.
That is the miss.
I mean, the ideal play is to go a little wider and hyzer back in. You do not want to be near that fence at all. It just makes the second shot that much more difficult. I like how low she kept it.
Also, she kept it on a pure hyzer. Valerie threw it flat, and that wind just took it. Kat not trying to get big distance, but just trying to put herself in position on this par 4 that's out of reach for the eagle.
That started out a little early left, so she'll be pinched off at that fence, which is actually out of bounds, but it looks like she stayed on the inbound side. Whoa, a lot of play there.
Yeah, that was her passion, so it's a little bit flippy. So it may have kind of caught some wind there at the end of the flight, but she's in bounds in good position.
So you can see it. Now Vanessa's up on that fence. It just makes that second shot so much more difficult when it's really not that big of a deal if you're in a good position. I mean, it is a par 4, so from there she can pitch up and get her par. I feel like, though, with this being a fairly straightforward hole, it is one that the ladies would like to get a 3 on.
Yeah, very scoreable. 37% of the field birdied this one today. Oh, look at how close her disc is to the line. Oh my gosh.
All right, about a 17-footer.
Kat pitching up her breaker. Just outside the bullseye.
Vanessa throwing her third shot into the green, so she'll have a putt at par now. Nice, birdie 3.
I think it's me. Alexis, help us. I'll go. I think it's probably going to be Vanessa.
I love it when the card discusses whose turn it is instead of everyone just standing around staring at each other. I love efficiency.
And communication.
Yes. Solid putt.
This hole continues to be a struggle for Vanessa.
So as you can see from the flag, I mean, they're close, but it's not easy. The wind is pretty significant at this point.
Yeah, inside the bullseye, not so bad.
Sure.
Even just outside the bullseye, maybe real hard.
Yeah, it is.
A little blemish there for Vanessa.
Yeah, a couple birdies and a par from Valerie.
Puts Alexis and Kat within 1.
So here we are at hole 8. I love this hole. That sidewalk you see on the left out of bounds, and obviously the drink on the right is also out of bounds. This is a par 4 for the ladies, but if you're feeling froggy, you can pump one down there. And since it's downhill, if you get a nice flare skip, you can get a putt at a 2. I feel like most of the ladies are more concerned about keeping it in bounds, so they'll be a little more conservative with their shots, worried about, keeping it between the OB lines and just playing for a 3 or a 4.
Kat going with her bonsai, which I think is an overstable fairway, or maybe straight stable.
Just looked like a nice controlled shot, playing it for a 3.
And these players are traversing a headwind that's coming left to right. So if they get over on it, it's going in the water. So really good angle control.
Nice safe shot from Alexis.
Another good shot. Everybody's setting themselves up for the birdie. Playing as the 17th most difficult hole.
That looks good from Vanessa.
Really nice.
Everyone landing safe and sound on this hole 8, par 4. So now everyone will be doing their approach shot with a nice look at a birdie 3.
Looking at 200 or under feet here. So this should be very standard, even with this headwind.
Sit down.
Outside the circle for the birdie look. This looks great.
Very nice.
Throwing her buzz. She goes to that a lot for her approach shots. That'll work.
Yeah, a good shot from Vanessa. Kat must be doing the sidearm for touch and distance control. I just wouldn't expect that to be the shot of choice when it finishes towards the water, but hey, everyone knows what works best for them.
Yeah, I am surprised by that too. Maybe she was a little pinched, didn't want to mess with the right side. I mean, the wind isn't good for the sidearm either. It's pushing it. I mean, it's probably why it lifted and went right. Vanessa for birdie.
Get up.
A little bit of tricky footing, but Kat is really comfortable in that straddle now.
Nice birdie putt from Kat.
I was using the straddle putt a lot out there with all the slopes. Nice birdie. And Alexis with the CTP. So 3 out of 4 birdies here on the 8th hole. There was an eagle. Cynthia Ricciardi.
Oh, wow, Cynthia, sweet. It's a really good 2. So we had 2 birdies, actually. Alexis and Catrina and Vanessa and Valerie got the pars.
Oh, that's right. So on to hole 9, 385 feet, par 3. down this beautiful row of trees. It's pretty far, plays to a sidearm flex if you've got a distant sidearm. Backhand players are going to want to keep that to the right as far as they can, but will probably fade out to the left. It also plays to a roller if you want to park the basket. Cat going with her vortex.
You can see from her ponytail, the wind is going right to left. And that sidewalk we saw earlier is out of bounds. But wow, this is shaping up nice.
Wow.
Incredible.
Really good angle control. She knows that disc really well. Must be pretty flippy, that vortex, to be able to still turn in that tailwind.
Look at this fairway. I mean, have you seen anything more beautiful than this pecan-lined fairway? And do you guys say pecan or pecan? Let me know in the comments.
Pecan.
Oh, that's or option 3.
Oh, it is me. Okay. Just double check.
That looks like another great shot. Shaping up a roller or an Annie?
Looks like a roller to me.
Wow.
She's got it's her heat, so flippy fairway. Puts it down pretty early.
Oh, come on back. Come on, get to bending. Oh. I feel like if it wouldn't have hit some stuff over there, it probably would have curled back.
Yeah, that wind is not really helping that shot the way she put it down, but I applaud her for trying it.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely the way to get there.
That looks good.
Ooh.
That looks good.
Whoa,
Wow.
great shot. Little zone approach from Alexis. Vanessa from her out of bounds lie.
Punching it up the hill there. Ooh.
Kind of a fun one to run at.
Oh, yeah.
With that backdrop. This one, however, not so fun to run at.
No.
Side hills are never fun from outside the circle.
This wouldn't be in my definition of fun.
Well, I guess it can be fun when you make them.
Oh, yeah. During the tournament, it's a little stressful. Come on.
Like that?
Nice, Kat. That was so good.
And she kept the angle so flat as
Yeah.
it came into the basket so that even if she was going to miss it, look at that pop up to flat. If she was going to miss it, it was still going to sit there.
And we've seen she normally doesn't putt flat. She has more of a hyzer angle, so
Well, she must have enough
love the-
angle control.
I love that.
Yeah, that's great. Really technical putt.
True signs of a pro there.
And these side hill stances are not really fun. I was struggling with these a bit this week. And there's a lot of them. Great job, Vanessa.
Yeah, I feel like it's just for me, coming off of Vegas a few weeks ago, and then this one, it all feels so similar with these built-up greens on mounds. It's super windy.
Slopes everywhere.
Slopes.
Unicorns.
Unicorns, eyelashes, turtles. You never know what's going to go on out here on the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
So that was the last hole of the front. We've got a Cat with an amazing birdie to take the lead, and then the Mandujano sisters looking at it in good position at -2.
Wow, check out this leaderboard, 1st through 8th position. A couple of names you might know, and maybe a few you don't. And if you don't, you should watch more Disc Golf Network.
See you on the back.